Okay, so I have some of the notes from our focus group here, our final one after our video is made, and they've given us some positive comments about sort of the genre and the narrative and how easy that was to spot and things they liked about the video, and they've also given us some constructive comments that will allow us to make some changes and hopefully make our final version a lot better. So the first positive comment was that they really liked the filters that we used on the amplifier. The shot right at the beginning of the video, how it starts off in one filter and then as soon as the button is pressed it switches to another. They really liked that because they said it took the video off to a really good start, and also we come back around to that at the end and the amp is seen being switched off, and they said that they really enjoyed the cyclical narrative of it, which is something we were going for. We wanted it all to come full circle, so we're really pleased with that. They also really liked the juxtaposition between the seemingly adult band members and the childish activities they were taking part in. So the tea parties, the dressing table, the destruction of all the toys, they really seemed to like the juxtaposition between that and the fact that there was such a heavy contrast. So we wanted that, particularly with like the colours we were using, the very dark colours that the cast were dressed in compared to the bright sort of pinks and purples and really, really lively colours of all the toys. We wanted to show that contrast of how different the pair are and the differences between them. They also really liked the behind the scenes shots, which we shot mostly for production diaries and then decided to add in afterwards. And this was a really good directorial choice because it showed the band not only as stars but also as people, and it made it more relatable for the people watching. So the audience are able to see more of themselves in the video and have a better sense of personal identity. Now, while they did like a lot of things about the video, there were some things that they said we could change. For example, at one point, the lip syncing is slightly out of sync. Now, the reason we used this in this particular lip sync shot over a layer of another thing was because it was slightly out of time anyway. Our singer kind of messed up one of the lines, and we realised we didn't have a take where he hadn't messed it up. So we put it over a layer in the hope that it would be slightly less visible. But we know now that it is visible, and it is a shame, but we are going to have to kind of keep with that. And in hindsight, that has shown us that we do need to take a lot more takes than we think we do. However many takes that you shoot a couple more just to be safe, because we now know that however many you have, it's never enough because you're always going to find that there's something wrong with it. They also asked for more of the behind the scenes shots, which I thought was a little bit odd, but I'd be perfectly willing to put some more in because they were really fun to shoot and we really like them. We like the humanity of it. And the fact that it does add that extra air of comedy, because while the video has a comedy tone in general, we like having it a bit more specific and having a few certain elements that we know are comedy as opposed to just an underlying theme. And they also said that towards the end of the video, when the tempo changes and it gets a lot louder and a lot angrier, that we should add something over the top of that. So another layer of our singer going a bit crazy, I think is the way they put it. And we did think about that, but we wanted to have the focus on the final shot be of Teddy burning, because that's like the pinnacle, that's where it all crescendos, which is what it mirrors in the song. It's the crescendo of the song. And so we probably would add an extra layer on the top of it, but we do like it as it is as well. So overall, in hindsight, if I were to make the video again, or make anything else in future, I would know to shoot everything a lot more than you think you need, take multiple shots, and to pay a lot more attention to the tempo of the song, because while we did edit our shots to be the crescendo and the editing does get a little bit faster towards the end, we needed that extra thing on top because it all gets a bit sort of crazy at the end of the song. It's all a bit heavier, a bit more, like there's a bit more content to it, and we need to mimic that in the video and try and keep up with it. So while I am extremely happy with the video that we've made, there are some things that I would improve, and our audience feedback has been a massive help because it's helped us to see things that maybe we wouldn't have noticed on our own, and also given us some encouragement on the things that we do like.